Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Gonna wait a second just to get the stream going, making sure everything's alright. I had some technical difficulties on my last stream, so we might as well just make sure it's working. Good evening. It's been a long time since I last streamed. Less than 24 hours. Or that's not completely true, but it still feels like a blip ago. Good evening. How are you all doing? Let's go see if we can do this moon ritual. That's where we're at, right? I think it was. Okay, game. There we go. It was in the morning. Tonight's the night, Ramsey. It's finally the full moon. Headache? That's not good. That's very not good. I hope you took some painkillers or something. All our work is going to pay off. And then we're out of here. Here, let me write some invitations real quick. You grab some paper and a pen. Dear resident of Flora, meet me tonight at the festival grounds. Sincerely your village witch, Aagje van Tiesel. That should do the trick. Ramsey, I need to deliver all of these to everyone today. Make sure they get them. I can't wait. I know I chose one of these already, but I didn't save it. I like the experiments path, so soon it'll just be me and my experiments. Also, this game is a lot quieter than Ace Attorney, so let me turn it off a bit. I'm going to finish up around here. I'll meet you in the village later tonight under the full moon. It's good to hear you're good, turtles. Hey, I didn't get any requests. Nobody wants anything on Sunday. Okay. Just because I am not entirely sure, I'm just gonna water everything as if tomorrow we're gonna get more plants. I feel like something about this ritual's not gonna go well and we're gonna be here another week. Or something goes so well that they want us to stay on, or something like that. Like this, it doesn't feel like the end of the game yet. Nobody wants anything, do they? No. We have a little bit on most of them, but not enough to start actually making stuff for them. Interesting. Exactly. We need some more stuff. You arrive at the festival grounds. The full moon shines brightly in the clear sky. Look, everyone's here already. This is going to go off without a hitch. I feel like that's I feel like there's gonna be a hitch. Time to get myself together. You walk over to everyone. Oh, a ritual. How lovely. I should be baking. I'm tired. It is pretty late. The studio is still such a mess. Everything will be fine. Perfectly fine. I am worried too. Ahem. See, Aagje is here now. Thank you, Ruth. Greetings, friends, and thank you for joining me. I will solve all your problems with a full moon ritual tonight. Alright, let's get this show on the road then. Ramsey, get into place. You take a deep breath. O full moon, with your bright shining light, lend us your power on this very night. Provide a clear path for us to walk away to a successful festival completely unblocked. Where we've worked this week to fix what was broken, so please acknowledge our devotion. The ritual is complete. That barely rhymed. You relax your body and take another deep breath. Alright, I think we're good. Everyone feel better now? I feel full of... She's still got a cold. You need to get home. Uh-oh. Wait, maybe it'll just take more time to work? That's right, it might take some time to work. You can't rush magic. But isn't that what you're trying to do? I knew this would happen. I knew we couldn't trust you. Nisha. No, I read that letter. I know the truth. Aggie has been messing with us this entire time. Just like she did with Cosmopolitan. But I've been able to get my work done. Mel, there's something you really should know. Oh no, Nisha is going to tell. Your beloved Avon Elsit from Cosmopolitan is Aggie von Tezel. Wait, what? Aggie, is that true? That means all those rituals that backfired. Mel, And it's not just those rituals, it's all the magic she's done for us here today, too. Oh no. With all of Aggie's boasting about her magic, should we have become... Should we have tried to be her friend more? I feel like we've tried. Don't you think things have only gotten weirder around here? Like Devin at the lake party, you were abnormally social. That's true, but I did ask for a spell to make friends. That's exactly what I mean. Nisha, let's calm down for a moment. You're not wrong, but perhaps there's an explanation. Have you forgotten Aggie's relaxation spell? You wanted to go shopping. Mel? That might explain the other day. Yeah, Ruth was out of it. But we acted like brats and maybe we were exhausting? Okay, yes, but I've never seen Ruth like that. Ramsey, this isn't good. Oh, this is gonna be everyone's turning against us and we need to fix it. I talked to the Madeleines. To those cookies you're working on? Cakes. She said she was possessed by their spirits. They called me a fool. Aggie helped me talk to spirits too. And then they destroyed my studio. I got a dog. Though I wanted a hot date. Buddy, we were trying to be your hot date. But I do love my dog. Well. Psst, Ramsey. I think we should slowly sneak away. You tried to tiptoe away, but before you can take even 3 steps, no. What? I'm just, stretching. You look at Ramsey, he looks at you. This is it. This is the end. You nod to Ramsey to let him know it's been good times. But you know when Yugaran hears about this, it's not just your training that will come to an end. Did I really speak to the Madeleines? You tried to hold it in, but... Well... Which explode shall we go to? 1, 2, or 3? Which one speaks to us the best? You know what? We're gonna go with the middle one. No, you didn't. It was me, Aggie, and I admit to everything. Sean, I wanted to eat those Madeleines so bad, but you kept throwing them in the trash. And Mel? Yeah. I'm Avon Elset, and what I did wasn't right at all. I used Cosmopolitan to release my frustration with my family and make fun of witches. I never thought of the consequences of my actions. And more recently, when you asked me to help you, I could tell how badly you want to get your work done. But I pushed it too far. Nisha? I've never talked to spirits successfully. That was supposed to be in my next chunk of training before I got... Ruth? Yes, Aggie. I slipped something extra into your spells. Don't ask me what, which I know sounds bad, but you seem like you needed the extra push. Devin? Kind of same with you, except I used the runes. Not really my specialty, but desperate times call for desperate measures, or so I thought. And Jonas? What? Well, you're just kind of easy to mess with, so... For real? For real. This is my first time having to use witchcraft to help folks out. I make the spells, but I feel like my magic is never enough. So I tried energy readings, incantations, or extra ingredients. The answer I really want is not on there, which is I just wanted to help. I just want everyone to think I was great, though I wouldn't have messed up this bad if I were actually great. Even this full moon ritual is a ploy. The full moon is a very powerful way to amplify magic. I was hoping to use it to fix everyone's problem tonight so I could get out of here. But it looks like I've actually done the opposite. Magic isn't supposed to be self-serving or reproving yourself or using people. It's about energy and intention. My job as a witch is to help our energies work together and strengthen our intention. That's the only way to accomplish things we can't do alone. That means my energy, your energy, and I mean your community's energy, are supposed to work together to put on the best Harvard Festival Flora has ever seen. But I've done the opposite as a witch. Maybe my family is right. Maybe I really am. That's enough. God. Your magic did get out of hand, but how many of us asked for your magic expecting it to solve our problems immediately? Or asked Agri to do anything more than we originally asked? Everyone remains silent. I don't say this to excuse Agri's actions. However, Agri is correct in that magic is all about energy and intention. We never intended to make the magic work, instead of facing our problems as a community. We just used magic to cover up and hide from our problems. Whether we want to admit it or not, that's why the last witch left too. It's why Flora is the way it is today. I won't keep repeating that mistake. If we're going to start being more honest with each other, there's something I need to say. This is my last term as mayor. After this, I intend to travel all over the world. It's a dream I've had for a while, and I'm not getting any younger, so... Gran, that's great. Nisha, I should have said this ages ago and kept saying it, but I'm proud of you. Aww, she's blushing. Not to ruin the mood, but who will be Mel, I think you'd be an excellent candidate for mayor. I'd be happy to endorse you. Wow, that means so much for you to say that. Can I think it over? Of course. Devon turns to Nisha. I don't want to perform at the festival. I'd rather work together with local musicians, bring the community in more, you know? Whoa, really? That sounds like a great idea. I'm sure Gran and Mel would be happy to help. I thought you'd be disappointed. Devin, I would never be disappointed. You're my best friend, and I'm so sorry I made you feel that way. Aww. You know, sometimes shit hitting the fan is the best thing. I was just so worried about the festival. You know, that special talent you have of reaching into people's souls and tearing them out? Yeah? Well, your music also can reach into people's souls and heal them. In fact, you just gave me an idea. What if I put together a community art project for the festival too? That sounds amazing. Let's bring the community together. Mel is right. I'm too focused on the Madeleines, but I want to get them right, so please have patience. I know I get tunnel vision and push myself too hard. We all want this festival to succeed, but can we consider the festival a success if we burn ourselves out? Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Ruth is right. We need to approach this festival as a community. Since everyone's making big confessions, I feel like I have to make one too. But, well, I don't know if I have anything to confess, but I know how hard it is to be honest with people. Nisha and Devon should kiss, I agree. But maybe if we all try together, it'll be easier for all of us. So, yeah. Does anyone else have anything else they'd like to say? You look around and see everyone chatting amongst themselves. Is it just you, or do you feel like the energy of Flora just shifted? The magic worked. Did you plan for this? I'm just not gonna say anything. Don't worry, I know you didn't. But I think Margie, your gran, did. Huh? What do you mean? Agreed. Jonas is cute. I think it's getting pretty late. If there's one thing we could all use, it's a little rest, don't you think? Everyone nods in agreement. How about we wrap this up now? Everyone nods in agreement again as they let out yawns. You all make your way home. Yeah, that didn't go how I expected either. Do you think what Ruth said about Gran is right? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't put it past her either. Gran's teaching methods have always been a little different. But it looks like we're sticking around till the festival. For some reason, I'm feeling pretty happy about that. Yeah, with everyone working together, maybe we can do something pretty cool. Well, we should do as Ruth said and get some sleep. I got full moon success. That actually kind of worked. Nice. Let's go sweep then. Which means we can get more info on everybody. Ooh, we've got some letters. Let's go to the garden first. Do our gardening. Get some things ready for the inevitable magic people still want. We're gonna have to make a working together potion at some point, I think. Whoever the witch was that was here before us really kept their garden quite nicely. Like, we inherited a very nice garden from the previous witch. Let's go make people's potions. I think I'm ready to take the first step towards leaving Flora, but I won't lie, the idea of leaving makes me nervous. I wish there was some way to take Flora with me wherever I go. Are there incense or anything that could help? I am a sad grump who needs to be kinder to myself. I can't keep letting mean people get to me. Do you have a charm for that? I think I figured it out. It's the music for the festival. But I still have to perform it. I think the piece is really good, but I just can't imagine myself playing with confidence. Maybe some incense to help me summon up the courage could help? Okay. Let's go do that. Okay, first. We need some lavender. Some geranium. And some yarrow. And then she wants incense. That is the incense. There we go. Aw, that's cute. I like that. Next one. A charm to be kinder to himself. We want some lavender. Some hollyhock. And some allium. And then a charm. Hey! I thought I clicked on those. What was the last one? Oh god. We wanted some lavender for that one. Some hollyhock for that one. And then some... Oh, wrong one. Allium. Why that all goes like in the place? I'm confused. I thought I clicked them all. And the last one is for Devon. They wanted some chamomile with some yarrow and some geranium. And they wanted incense. Confidence. Ooh, another cute pot. I love the like incense pots in all of the... Okay, we've still got an oil to go there. A potion and an oil. We've not made many oils yet. And then the magical things. So we've got 1, 2, 3 more. I mean, we've got 1 more day, so that would sort of make sense. As in 1 more... Because we're now gonna learn those 3 planets. And then we've now made the potion for the stone for the other 3. Yeah, so that makes sense. And then we've got the last 3. And then we've got everybody's info. There is, like, some logic to it. Ooh, wrong button. Let's go and see. Let's start with Jonas. On your way to the town square, you see Jonas and the dog running around together outside. Come here, boy! Aw, it's still such a cute pupper. It looks like someone finally got a bath. Oh yes, he did. And now you're a beautiful boy, aren't you? Have you given him a name yet? Oh, right. You forgot to give him a name? No, I just forgot to mention it. Ach yeah, meet Caesar. He's settling in pretty well, I think. I will take him down to the festival site later today and introduce him to everyone. You're going to come with me everywhere I go, right, boy? Everywhere? Even on dates? Why, do you not like him? Does it matter if I like him? I mean, maybe, because he's always going to be near me, so if you want to be near me, Ramsey and I might be able to get used to having a dog around. Really? Aw, he's so cute. But only if he's a good boy. And you are a good boy, right, Caesar? Some of my crew members also have dogs, so they've been helping me figure things out. Caesar is my first pet, so I've learned a lot. That new love charm you made must have been pretty potent. I care about people and stuff, but I've never felt this way about something before. Like, I've always liked animals, but having an actual pet feels so different. I can't speak to pets, but witches are pretty close to their familiars. Yeah, they're kind of like a partner, right? Yep. Well, except when... They tell you not to eat strange fungus. They tell you not to eat strange fungus, but to be honest, I did it anyway, and maybe he was right. It didn't have much in terms of magical potency, but it certainly caused other rather potent problems. Ramsey didn't come near me for almost a week. I mean, it sounds like Ramsey was just trying to help you. The other day, after I gave Caesar a bath and stuff, I started thinking about when I yelled at my crew again. And I started feeling sad and angry at myself. Caesar came up to me and just put his head in my lap, and I calmed down. It reminded me that even though that one bad thing happened, my crew helped me a lot with Caesar. So if they aren't still mad at me, maybe I should stop being mad at myself. Caesar, you're pretty powerful for just being a pet. Scratch behind ears. Ah. Whoa, you give Caesar pets. Maybe he's alright. You hear that, Caesar? The witch says you're alright. Sorry. I knew you'd come round to him. Huh? You want to go for a walk? I suppose we could do that. Achje, do you want to come with us? Let me think. Spending more time with both of you? I think I'd like that. Yeah, we'd like that too. Right, Caesar? You, Jonas, and Caesar all go for a walk through the woods. Caesar has a good time sniffing around and barking at the birds. You and Jonas joke around and have a good time. Suddenly, Caesar runs off. Caesar, where are you going? Come here. I've had the dog for a few days and I've already lost him. I'm sure he'll come back. Caesar! Caesar! Just as suddenly as he ran off, Caesar comes back. Caesar, don't scare me like that. Wait, what do you have there? Jonas takes a bouquet of wildflowers from Caesar's mouth. Did he just go picking a lot of flowers? Did the dog just pick a bouquet? Did you bring me flowers? Caesar nudges you with his snout. Oh, am I supposed to give these to? Jonas looks at you. You look at Jonas. These are for you. You take the wildflowers from Jonas. Thanks. I should get these into some water. We can walk you home then. We should get to the festival grounds anyway. Jonas and Caesar walk you home. You catch Jonas looking at you out of the corner of your eye. When you do, you both look away from each other, blushing. Ah, it's so cute. Well, here we are. Good luck with meeting everyone today, Caesar. I'm sure he'll get along with the crew just fine. Yeah, I think so too. Catch you later. Ooh. Huh? Venus? Jonas does seem to love Caesar. And it looks like he's working on being kinder to himself too. Alright then, that's another thing to take note of in the grimoire. The dog is the best wingman. Has she had a good sleep? Please let Mel be better. Please let Mel be better. You approach Mel's house and gently knock on the door. Come in. You enter the home and see Mel curled up on the couch with some soup. You notice she's surrounded by flowers and other foods too. Aww. Don't I look in a sad state? Sorry. As we said at the full moon ritual, it's not entirely your fault. You're not the only one who got carried away. I got so worked up about everything needing to be perfect. About making sure everyone else is having a good time to be at my best, I need to rest. That is good advice, to be honest. So you're not mad at me? Of course not. I'm madder at myself than anyone. But tell me, do you think I'm boring? Huh? Not really. I mean, I did get to see what happens when magic goes wrong. That was an exciting experience. Though potentially not a good one, but I wouldn't call it boring. Why do you ask? It seems kind of out of the blue. Because I think everyone likes Jonas more than me. Aww. You're jealous of Jonas? I am. People are always laughing with him. More like at him. And he's always getting invited to parties. Do you like parties? Nah, I'm too old for that stuff now, but people just seem to like him. And you don't think people like you? Of course not. I'm the one managing the budgets. And who gets angry over toilets, and who has to tell Jonas and his crew to hurry up. Everyone hates me. I don't think that's true, Mel. I'm sorry to say. You retake a look around the room. You notice all the food, flowers, and get well cards. Did Jean get all this stuff for you? No, but he made this soup I'm eating. Then where's all of this from? Various people from the village, my co-workers at the town hall, etc. They heard about me feeling down and sent over all of this. I don't know where they found the time with everything that needs to get done. Sure seems like a lot of effort. I know I wouldn't do that unless I liked someone. Like, a lot. So you're saying people like me? I think so. Maybe you're like my gran. She's always scolding me, but she's always teaching me too. And even though she's a little stodgy, she has taught me a lot of neat spells. I agree, Mel honey. People love you. And without her, I wouldn't be here right now. I don't know where I'd be if I'm completely honest. I'm trying to say that you're necessary, Mel. If everyone were a goofball like Jonas, nothing would get done. There wouldn't be any festival at all. And what's more boring than that? Mel falls silent and looks around the room. You're right. I'm surrounded by the village's love right now, aren't I? Mel looks down at her bowl of soup. And Jean's love too. What did Jonas bring you? Mel's eyes dart around the room. Oh my god, that brat. His sister is sick from stress and he hasn't come to see me. Knowing Jonas, he probably didn't want to bother. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Who could that be? Come in. Jonas walks in. Hey, sis. Perfect timing. What are you doing here? Jean said you weren't feeling well. Actually, I'm feeling a lot better right now. I think some rest has done me good. It's about time you tried that instead of all that magic. No offense, Aagje. No, I think we might have overdone it. Anyway, I thought I'd come over to see if you need any... oh, nope, everyone out. What? I just got here. I need to rest to ensure I'm in tip-top shape by tomorrow. She should get a hug. Everyone in this town needs all the hugs, let's be honest. This festival isn't going to organize itself. So come on, get. Mel shoos you and Jonas out of the house. Well, I guess I'll head back to work. Sheesh, it seems like she's on the mend now. Wow. Ooh, on the mend anyhow. Yeah, I think she'll be alright. Knowing Mel, she'll be up and at 'em by tomorrow. I should get going though. Bye. Sounds like Mel struggles with finding balance in her life. And realizing people do care about her wellness. Ooh, another pink. Another Venus. Venus? Maybe Mel should incorporate things attributed to Venus in her life. Let me write that down in my grimoire. Both the siblings need something attributed to Venus in their life. Yeah, they do. Let's stock up on some stuff. You walk up to Ruth's home. After the full moon ritual, you wonder what state she'll be in. You knock on the door. Achje, how good to see you. Are you here to deliver my spell? Yep. It's right here. The memory incense. You hand the memory incense to Ruth. Yes, these should help. What are you trying to do? You know what I mentioned at the full moon ritual? You not being mayor and going traveling? Yes. So you intend to do that? Or you're not? No, I am, but as much as the idea of exploring the world excites me, I've never really left Flora, so the idea also terrifies me. That sounds like traveling. I see. I feel that. Why pressure yourself to go when you know you can be comfortable right here? Yes, I think that's precisely it. I'm comfortable in Flora, even with my desire to leave. It's strange. I wish I could just take it with me wherever I go. Is that what the memory spell is for? Mm-hmm. Before I use these incense, I thought of taking a walk. Would you care to join me? A walk sounds nice. Let's head out then. You and Ruth head out on your walk around Flora. First, you come to the lake. I have many happy memories of my daughter and Nisha here. Both of them are so similar. They loved running and playing in the water and finding small little critters. I still listen to the crickets and the frogs when I come here. The sounds take me right back to their childhoods. I wish I could take this lake with me wherever I go. Ruth just might have given you an idea. Yes, you gave her the memory incense, which she can burn once she gets home. But what if you have another tool to help her keep her dearest memories close? Ruth? Yes, Achje? What if I told you I had a tool you could potentially use to take the lake with you? Is this some experimental magic? No, not at all. I've used it before and it doesn't require magic at all. It might even improve your ability to use the memory incense. But it's not magic? Nope, it's more of a sensory tool to help you focus and remember details. Interesting, what does it entail? You're already an avid walker, so you might already be doing some of these things. The gist of it being very mindful of your surroundings. When I find myself in a place I want to remember, I use my sense to create a sort of snapshot. You can do this by focusing on one sense at a time. Does that all make sense? You're right, it is something I've somewhat done on my walks before. I've never actively tried using my senses to create memories, but I think I'd be willing to try. Great, how about on this walk we do some practice then? That sounds like a good idea. Since we're already at the lake, let's try focusing on one of our senses here. Let's start with... I don't think it's a picture. Smell. So I can focus on what I can smell? Yep, I think closing my eyes helps with this. Okay. Ruth closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I think I can smell the lake. Maybe it's the algae? It has an earthy smell, but it's not bad. I can also faintly smell what John's baking at his cafe, but there's also the smell of cut grass. This is a lot to take in. Yeah, it can be, but don't worry about trying to hold on to everything just yet. I find it usually takes a few sessions to complete a snapshot. That makes sense. I think I'd like to make our way to the forest next. You and Ruth walk to the forest. I always come here when I feel like hiding from the world. I used to be afraid of these woods. When I was a little girl, I played hide and seek at night here with friends. I lost my way while looking for a hiding place and suddenly all the trees looked like monsters. Fortunately, my screams let my friends find me. That's awful. It was at the time, but then I became determined to know these woods. And now we're good friends. Ready to practice one of the senses? Sure. How about... touch? Am I supposed to walk around and touch things? Sure, unless there are things you shouldn't touch, like animals or poison ivy. Try focusing on how the ground feels beneath your feet, and the air against your skin. Okay, I think I understand. Ruth starts to walk around the woods. She puts her hands on a tree trunk and then on the forest floor. Everything is so warm. You can tell it's alive, but it's also slightly damp to the touch. That was very good. I think you're getting the hang of this. Thank you. I think this is a good exercise. It's also very relaxing, sort of like meditation. Pretty sure a lot of meditation is based on like your senses and sensing things rather than thinking things. Yeah, it is. I think I know where I'd like to go next. It's to my secret spot. I love this face. She looks like slightly like mischievous old lady. Whoa, I get to see Ruth's secret spot? Only a few know about it. Follow me. Ruth takes off on a brisk walk through the woods. You can hardly keep up. You notice the elevation is rising. Now you know why Ruth is in such good shape. How much further? You'll see. You huff and puff your way up. Ruth seems fine. You come to a sudden clearing. We're here. Wow. After you catch your breath, you look out. You can see all of Flora from here and more. How far up did we just walk? Isn't it wonderful? This isn't my secret spot if I'm completely honest. Our previous witch showed it to me. I want to try focusing on one of my senses up here. Ruth is very cool. I think that's a great idea. How about you try sight or sound? I feel like sight is the boring one. I'm gonna go for sound. Okay. Ruth closes her eyes. Everything sounds so far off. There's a peacefulness to it though. As if everything is just the way it's meant to be. I wish I could stay here forever, but I know I can't. I know I have to leave, even though I'll be back. When I return from my travels, this is the first spot I'll visit. Ruth turns and looks at you. Thank you for coming up here with me, Aagje. Of course. This has been the best workout I've had in a long time. Fortunately, going downhill is much easier. Come on, let's go. You and Ruth make your way back down the mountain and to her home. I think I'll have to practice that sensor technique more later. This might sound strange, considering I've just asked you for a way to remember Flora, but I wish I had something to help me cleanse the space too. Like as a final way of letting go and preparing myself to move on. Does that make sense? Of course, kind of like taking what you want and then moving on. Yes, I think that's exactly it. Of course, I'm not asking for anything extra. These memory incense should really help. Well, I think it's back to festival preparations. I've been away too long already. I'll be on my way then too. Bye! Aw, Ruth is so cool. I totally agree. Something to help you say goodbye and move on, but in a good way. Maybe a besom could help with that, therefore sweeping away energies to make space for new ones. I'm pretty sure I saw a broom at Jamina's I could use. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Oh, I think... Oh. We're gonna combine this broom with the magic in the grimoire with like Ruth's things here to make these. So this is that combination, I think. So it's the broom plus Ruth's info equals what she needs to end this story happily. I think that's what we're gonna do, but then we need to buy all of these. All 6 of them. And I don't know how we're gonna afford that. That's going to be a question for next time. Let's talk to Nisha. Yeah, exactly. I think we're gonna make them all more permanent magic. You walk up to Nisha's home and knock on the door. Aagje, why you're here? Aagje, I know why you're here. You want to talk about what happened? Yeah. I'm all ears if you want. I appreciate it. Most people avoid the subject or write it off as in my head. But I guess you got to bear witness, so you know I didn't make a mess of things. How about going to our usual spot and talking about it? Sure, let's go. You and Nisha walk to the beach. She seems distant and doesn't say a word the entire walk. You arrive at the beach and sit on a couple of rocks. So, first you have to promise not to laugh. I'm a witch. If there's one person who's going to listen to someone about feisty spirits, it's me. I know, it's just the only person who ever believed me was the village witch. So I'm more used to people not believing me. What kind of spirits are they exactly? The last witch called them fibbly nibblies, but I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've never heard of them, but that doesn't mean anything. Spirits aren't exactly my forte. They got me into so much trouble as a kid. They'd pull on whoever was sitting in front of me's hair. They'd knock supplies off shelves, they'd even eat other kids' lunches. Then I would yell at them to stop and get scolded for shouting in the middle of class. Everyone thought I was acting out of attention, but that wasn't the case. I knew everyone would think I was weird if I told them the truth, so I hid it, and that just made things worse. If the witch believed you, how come she didn't give you a cleansing spell? She tried, but Gran once again believed everything was fine. She thought I'd outgrow it. Clearly I haven't. The witch left soon after that. It's a good thing I'm here then. Time to banish. No. See, the problem is they're my friends. Your friends? Yes. But they ruined your childhood. Yeah, they got me into a lot of trouble, sure, but they're the ones who introduced me to art. And we used to get along most of the time, just people don't understand them, or me. Instead of listening to me, people would be like, just stop, which in turn made things worse. Okay, now I'm lost. This is turning out to be story time with Nisha, isn't it? You notice Nisha fidgeting a lot with her hands. She must be feeling nervous still. Here. Do you want a hug? Mm-hmm. You give Nisha a big hug. It looks like she's calmed down a bit. This is hard to talk about, but here it goes. I'm home alone one day, as I usually am because Gran works a lot. I hear this weird chattering coming from outside, so I go and take a look. Except I don't see anything. But then I hear it again, but a little further off. So I follow it, but every time I think I've caught up, it's just a little further away. Eventually the chattering leads me to the old art studio. Gran boarded it up after my parents died since they ran it. I hear the chattering again, except it's coming from inside this time. Also yeah, finally people getting hugs. I pry a loose board off of one of the windows and go inside. And that's when I see everything. Canvases, brushes, paints, charcoals and more. It was like stumbling into Wonderland. Every time I think I found everything, their chattering led me to more supplies. Before I know it, it's night and I've created all this stuff. That's when I hear Gran and a group of villagers enter the studio. It ends up they've been looking for me. I hide thinking I'm in trouble, but no, Gran is just happy I'm safe. I swear I saw a tear go down her face as she looked around the art studio. The only tear I've ever seen from her. She then declares that the village will reopen the studio. From then on, I spent most of my time there. And the Fibbly Nibblies? I chatted with them every day while I worked, bouncing ideas off them and stuff. Without them, I wouldn't be the artist I am today. Wow. I want to meet them. I've never really introduced them to anyone before. They tend not to like anyone else though. They get jealous easily. Do you think there's anything you can do to help me, or rather us? As I mentioned before, spirits aren't my forte. And you also want them to stick around. I'll have to think about it. I wonder if they're mad I left for school. Could be. Nisha stands up and takes a big breath. Well, that's my story then. Now you know all about the Fibbly Nibblies. Are you going to head back to the studio? Yeah, I should probably get to cleaning. They should have hopefully calmed down. They tend to after a big blow up. Is there anything I can do? Make sure to let me know. Yeah, will do. Well, I should get going now. Thanks again for the chat. Sure, anytime. Ooh, which are we getting? Is that Pluto? Pluto. That is a planet of connection and boundaries, especially in relation to spirits and such. Not surprising, considering Nisha's strained relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies. Yeah, incorporating something associated with Pluto could help Nisha. Time to write that in my grimoire. Yeah, we should write my Gran a letter for advice on spirits. Let's see. Yeah, we've now got a planet for all of them. We just need the stones. Did we talk to... Did he give us something? Did you give us? Is it crystal time? One crowd tree to go up. What did you find this time? Ooh. Tyne. This is one of my favorites. Such a nice shade of blue. Ooh, it's very pretty. Gran would like this one too. I'll have to show it to her when we see her again. For now though, we'll put it away for safekeeping. Yeah, because we're also gonna... So we're gonna get 6 stones. We're gonna get 6 of these. We're definitely gonna make permanent charmy things for people. With the broom for Ruth. Let's see what Jean wants. You walk up to Jean's cafe. Jean's baking something super yummy. Of course we're gonna go to Jean and Devin. I just wanted to... I forgot about the crystal for today, so I really wanted to make sure I didn't forget that again after talking to Jean and Crystal. Jean and Devin. There's no character named Crystal in this game. You walk into the cafe. You notice there's only one customer, but you can't tell who they are behind the newspaper they're reading. Hey, Jean. Achje, what are you doing here? Is that how you greet all your customers? Something smells good. There's no snacks today. Only work. What? Please leave. But. You walk up to Jean's cafe. I brought your spell. What is this? The release charm you asked for. I didn't ask for that, but I got a letter from you. Don't tell me he's refusing a spell again. You thought you were past that. I never sent a letter. You hear the rustling of the newspaper. You look over at the other customer. You see them wearing oversized sunglasses and a hat. Maybe they have a mustache too? But when you make eye contact, they quickly pull the newspaper back up. Eavesdropper. The letter had your name on it. I told you I never wrote the letter. Who wrote his letter? Maybe you wrote it in your sleep? I do not write in my sleep. Sounds difficult. I know you have a twin. I do not have a twin. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to the person reading the newspaper clears their throat. You and Jean look over at them. I think I have an explanation. The customer drops their newspaper and removes their hats and sunglasses. Hat, sunglasses, and moustache? Of course it is. I ordered the spell, Jean. Mel? You should be home. You're still sick. You didn't realize that the customer was your wife? That face. He's been too wrapped in baking madeleines to notice much these days. Just go and look in the trash. You walk over to the trash can. It's filled to the brim with madeleines. They're all failures. And how would you know? Did you let anyone try them? All of these madeleines are failures? But they smell so good and they look baked to a perfect light gold. I do not serve failures at this cafe. Jean and Mel continue to quarrel, but you can't take your eyes off the trash can. You can feel the madeleines radiating heat. These madeleines are fresh. Your mouth begins to water. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this trash can, so really, it's just a bin full of fresh, perfectly baked madeleines. That means you could totally... All because one critic said... That critic again? Who cares about critics when there's a whole bin of madeleines in front of you? We're gonna eat a madeleine. Yes, Achje, there's no need to hold back now. Just reach your hand out and... Achje, what are you doing? They were calling me. I know that's a lie. But they were. 1,000 little voices saying, eat me, eat me. Those voices were in your stomach. You know what? Mel's right. This tyranny ends today. I never said anything about tyranny. You take your hand and shove it into the trash bin of madeleines. Take a fistful of madeleines. You look eyes with Jean as you shove a fistful of madeleines into your mouth. Who cares that you can barely chew them? They're finally in your mouth, and that's all that matters. You just ate from the... What? Doesn't that bother you? Next thing you know, Mel shoves her hand into the trash bin of madeleines. Locks eyes with Jean and shoves the fistful of madeleines into her mouth. She coughs from being hardly able to breathe, but she stands proud in her defiance. You both just ate. You tried to keep your eyes locked on Jean, but this buttery flavor, this light fluffy texture, like a delicate cloud of magic. This is true magic. Jean, these are truly... You see Jean's expression change from horror to... Jean? Let me make some tea. Jean runs off to the kitchen and brings a tea tray. Let me grab a platter for the madeleines. Mel grabs a platter, puts some madeleines on it, and brings it back to the table. Jean, you simply must serve these at the festival. Though ideally not from a trash bin. How could you ever think these were bad? Jean and Mel look at each other. There was a critic who came to the cafe. I didn't know he was coming until a few hours before, so I rushed and baked some madeleines along with a few other things. But while rushing to get everything, I forgot about the madeleines and let them bake too long. The next day, he said my dry madeleines revolted him in his review. I see. But that's the only negative review Jean's Cafe has ever gotten, isn't that right? Well, really? That's impressive. Exactly. That's why I ordered the release charm. You ordered the spell? That explains the weird letter. Mel, I just want you to move on from that one single critic who caught you on the wrong day. Honestly, he probably knew that when he wrote that review. When I had my issues in the city, you had the idea to move out here so I could be happy. So I could get away from all the people who didn't think I was capable. So I realized how much of a sacrifice that was for you. This charm is my way of telling you not to let those kinds of people get you down. You're so talented, Jean. It's not worth spending your time on people who think otherwise. I know what they are. They're like little, they look like scallops. Or like a shell. They're like little cushiony French, cakey things. They're quite nice. And I'm not a baked goods kind of person. They're quite nice. I am loving all of this. It's not worth spending your time on people who think otherwise. Thank you. Is Jean smiling? I suppose you won't be needing that curse. Curse? What curse? Coven Ponton says only the most advanced witches should perform curses. And Achi, you're still a witch in training. No, I don't think so. I should start preparing the ingredients for the batter. That way we can make it a day or so ahead, then bake all the madeleines the day off. We can serve local tea blends along with them. Yes, I think that's an excellent idea. Let me write that down on my to-do list. I have a meeting with the vendors coming up, so I can mention it then. It won't be too much work? Not at all. Mel raises her cup of tea. To the festival. To the festival. To the festival. Jean and Mel chug the rest of their tea. Let's do this. Yes. Suddenly, Jean and Mel take off, leaving you at the table. Oh, they're so cute. But you overhear them talking. You know, maybe you should consider writing that cookbook you've been thinking about after the festival. I keep all my recipes in my head. Jean memorizes all his recipes. But maybe writing them down would be good. Also, please go home and rest. Fine. Hey, doesn't Jamina's shop have an old journal? I bet Jean could use that. There we go. And I could enchant it for him too. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Do we have an old journal? Yep, we do. Good. I'm gonna make a guess. A locket. Okay, I have a wild guess that Devon is gonna get the locket. I don't know what that's based on. I just have a feeling. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You arrive at the studio. You don't hear any music coming from inside, though. I wonder if Devon is actually in there. You open the door and see Devon sitting by the window. Achi, you're here. Devon runs over to you. Do you have it? Do you have it? Whoa. I assume you mean the spell? Yes, this looks perfect. So you've got a song written then? Yeah, I do. After all the community talk at the full moon ritual, I thought talking to some local musicians would help. So Mel introduced me to some of them. After I finished speaking with them, I sat down and just wrote and wrote and wrote. Things finally clicked? Yeah, I'm sharing it with Mel and Ruth today. But I wanted you to be the first one to hear it. Really? Even with everything that's happened, I could write the song because of you. But no more runes, okay? Yes, yes. If I start to panic, I want to figure out how to work through it. But not force my way through it, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. So you want to hear it? Of course. Show me your masterpiece. Well, I don't know if it's a masterpiece, but I'm pretty proud of it. Devon takes a seat and brings out their guitar. As they do, suddenly you feel transported somewhere else. Sitting around a fire with old friends. A bright sunshine-filled garden? You can taste something savory. Perhaps it's a stew. You realize these are all places of and things of comfort. There's a brightness to it, a sense of optimism. Even with long hard days ahead, there will always be something good on the other side. As the chorus swells, you get a feeling of reassurance that all your work will pay off. Somehow everything seems possible. Everyone will work together, and that collective energy will ensure the Harvest Festival's success. They won't even need a witch's blessing, and somehow you feel like that's exactly how it should be. Devon comes to an end. They take a deep breath. So, what do you think? I love it. Was that some sort of spell? That was amazing. It felt like I was bewitched or something. I don't understand it. Wow, it was just a normal song. Why did that piece of music affect you so much? I wonder if your music has such a strong effect because we're friends. Perhaps the strength of our bond amplified the power of the song. You see Devon turn bright red. Now I am the speechless one. But of course, there's still the matter of playing for Ruth and Mel. That's the real reason I asked for the spell. When do you have to play for them? I'll probably head over a little after you leave. You know Devon asked you not to use runes anymore, but you still feel compelled to help them further. Devon said they wanted something that would help them work through their fears. Perhaps there is something more you can do. Devon, have you ever heard of countdown meditation? Mediation? I don't want to risk the confidence spell with any other magic. It's not really magic. It is one of the techniques which is used to quiet the mind before performing magic. I don't see why a non-witch couldn't use it too, especially before something like a musical performance. Of course, we only have to try it if you want. Devon looks apprehensive. You can't blame them either. How much experience do you have with this? In all honesty, it's one of those things I probably need to practice more. I know the basic principles, but I'm not always successful in pulling it off. But I think I'll help the effectiveness of the confidence incense. And increase your confidence in general without the spell. Let's try it then. Maybe this is the kind of technique I've been looking for. Alright, let's get started then. You take the confidence incense and light them. You take a seat across from Devon. I love that all of these solutions to their problems are now no longer magical. Yes, you still give them some kind of magic, but we've helped Ruth by teaching her a way of memorizing stuff, places and things she wants to remember. We've helped Jean by basically brute forcing him through the block he had on the Madeleines, and we're now helping Devon by helping them get a confidence boost without magic. I love that now the non-magical solutions are coming out. It's very nice. Let's close our eyes. We're going to count down from 10. For each number, we'll focus on something. I usually use colors. There are currently 10 different colors in my garden, so we can work with those. So what am I doing? I'm going to say a number and a color, and I want you to focus on that color. The idea is to force your brain to focus on something other than your anxiety. Okay, let's start. 10. A red rose. Devon takes a deep breath. You can tell they're still uncomfortable, but you're glad they're trying. 9. Maybe this will work. The orange calendula. 8. Yellow yarrow. They take another deep breath. This one is more noticeably deeper and longer than their initial one. You notice your breath is also deeper and longer too. Green rosemary. Devon's shoulders relax. You're impressed they've made it this far. Your mind usually starts to wander around now. Blue pea flower. I also like this story, it's very cute. Devon takes another deep breath. Pink hollyhock. You notice their knees relax. They fall a little closer to the ground. Purple lavender. Their head drops. Are they asleep? 3. Burgundy geranium. Devon takes an even deeper, longer breath. No, they're not asleep. You could sense the focus in that breath. 2. White chamomile. Almost there. 1. Black allium. Don't think that's black, but okay. Devon completely relaxes and takes another long, deep breath. Although when we earlier got the color black, we also got that one, didn't we? So, I get it. You allowed him to sit there for an extra moment. You're impressed by how well they've done. Though you really won't know until they reopen their eyes. Devon, open your eyes. Devon raises their head and slowly opens their eyes. The panic and sense of unease that was there before are gone. Are you sure that wasn't magic? I feel so much calmer now. Calmer, but not out of it, or like sleepy. Like I feel like I can do things. Like I want to do things. This is weird. That's probably part the mediation and part the incense. I feel like it should be meditation, but okay. Whoa. I think I'm ready to play for Ruth and Mel. That's great. Do you want to go with you? Actually, I think I'll go on my own. I think I've got the confidence this time. It's all thanks to you. Remember, witchcraft is a melding of energies, so it's not just mine. I guess you're right. Sometimes I wish I had something to carry with me all the time. Like something to remind me of the power of my energy. Something to carry. Oh, is that silly? No, not at all. Sorry, I was just a little lost in thought is all. I should get going. I don't want to keep Mel and Ruth waiting. Thanks again for all your help, Aagje. Of course, anytime. Devon wants something they could always carry. What about that locket at Jemima's store? Maybe I could craft something out of that. I called it! Yeah, it should be meditation, right? I'm very proud that I called that. That was based on nothing. Maybe I can haggle down the price too. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna haggle the hell out of the prices. We can't pay thousands. I think the purpose of the prices that high is to make sure you don't buy them before you know what to do with them. We have seen everybody. We have stocked up on these supplies. Perfect. Let's go home. Let's change this. So we can add some of this one. One, two, three, four. I thought we had 5 of them. Oh, that one just... Okay. We only have 4 of them. Okay. Let's go to sleep. We're doing very well on this game. I'm really enjoying this game. Let's have a look. We're on Tuesday already. Time flies. Let's go to the garden. Get some more plants. I think I forgot to water it one time. That one, and that's why it's now off by 1. Which is just a little annoying, but you know, oh well. We've got enough of all the flowers every time, so it's not like we really needed to be in time with the rest of them. Come on, there we go. The like hitbox on that one is a bit weird sometimes. I have more than enough. Okay, let's go. What do the last people want? I did it again. I didn't mean to, but I couldn't stop it. I know I need to take it easier. I know I need to balance everything better. But it's so hard. Do you have a potion or anything that could help? I'm so overwhelmed. I want to fix my relationship with my crew. I think I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions the other day, instead of beating myself up over them. Maybe an oil or something could help? And then one more oil. I want to figure out how to talk to the Fibbly Nibblies, but they're too strong. I know I need to figure out how to change things between us, but I need to know where to find answers. Do you have any oil for that? Whoa, big discount? Yeah, talk about perfect timing. I don't think I'll be able to avoid Jemima's antiques otherwise. And there are some items I'm thinking of crafting. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still figuring them out, but I'll make sure to tell you when I know. You wonder why Jemima put everything on sale? Maybe she's sick of having her inventory lying around. But we should definitely go check out the sale. Thank the yes. You've got a shiny thing for me? This place really does have a lot of crystals. What is it this time? Ooh, pretty one. Yeah. Selenite. This crystal always reminds me of the moon. What a lovely shade of white. Definitely using this later. Thanks again, Ramsey. It just... We don't have any, like, apart just the names, but we get these as their... Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Let's go make some people some stuff. We want a potion. I have now forgotten. Oh, it was already on the potion. There we go. Okay. And then we want a rosemary to protect. Then the blue pea flower. And then the hollyhock. That's a pretty potion. Okay, then we're gonna make 2 oils. Which is indeed that one. We want to say sorry with a rose. And some hollyhock. And some more pea flower. That's exactly the same combination, I think. Just for different reasons. Forgive oil. Aww. And the last one. Which is... Nisha. Mel asking for help with setting boundaries is definitely the way to go. And then we want... Oh no, they weren't the same, because rosemary was also... Rosemary with geranium and... allium. Divination oil. Let's go village. Can we... Oh, did you get my letter? Does that mean you're here to buy my antiques? I sure hope it is. I'm thinking of doing a bit of rebranding after the festival. Maybe something like Jemima's Common Goods, nothing exciting sold here? Not that I'm not glad you've been a loyal customer during your stay, but I need more than one customer to keep the shop open. That's enough of me. Enjoy the low prices. Look at these prices. For this, I'll come back again. I got my shopping spree, buying all of her antiques. Yeah, we're gonna need all of them. Okay, let's talk to Ruth. Find out what her stone is gonna be. You approach Ruth's office. I wonder how the memory incense went. It seemed like Ruth found the walking meditation helpful, too. I really like that all the like potions after this the moon the moon ritual, that's what I was looking for, are all like actually nice and cheap. Yeah, like a tenth of the price. I love that all the potions after the moon festival are all actually like useful for the actual issue, not for like the fake issues they've been making up. So like the setting of boundaries, the wanting to keep memories and comfort, the wanting to have actual confidence in themselves, that kind of stuff. I really like that that's how the potions were making for them. I wonder how the memory incense went. It seems like Ruth found the walking meditation helpful too. You knock on the door. Ruth, are you busy? Ah, yeah, I'm busy, but that doesn't mean I don't have time for a chat. How are you doing? I came here to ask you that. You seem to be in pretty good spirits. I am. I woke up this morning full of energy. Perhaps our little trip up the mountain helped with that. Have you used the memory incense yet? No, actually. I wanted to practice a bit more of what you taught me the other day. But even so, I think getting everything off my chest over these past couple of days, and then taking a small break from things, it's all left me feeling unexpectedly rejuvenated. I suppose knowing what I want has given me some motivation. Nisha and I have already been discussing all the places I should visit. And, of course, Mel is starting to make post-festival plans too. She never stops that one. Who knew a young witch could have such a big impact on our small village? Shrugs. I do what I do. As you do. Honestly, I was a little worried in the beginning, but I knew Margie had her reasons for sending you. You really think my Gran planned this? Planned might be a strong term, but she probably saw an opportunity. I get the feeling the Gran I know is different from the one you know. That's possibly true. Your family is known for being rather strict. Perhaps Margie saw a bit of herself in you, and wanted you to have the option to go down a different path than the one she took. I don't know what path that is. Maybe it's just the one that sent you here. But don't I have to leave? Suddenly you hear footsteps running down the hall. Mayor, we have a Oh, Aagje, sorry, am I interrupting? Nope, I think we're just wrapping up. Yeah. Okay, good, because you better come quick. The napkins just got delivered and they are not the ones I specified. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Aagje. Yep. Yep. Ooh, what are we seeing? What are we seeing? This feeling again. Is this Salentine? It is a crystal for wisdom and unblocking energy. Yeah, that will be a good addition to Ruth's enchanted besom. Let me take a note of it in my grimoire. Have we got a full set? Please let me... There's nothing on here says that Ruth needs... Oh, it's just a white one. I don't know if the game is gonna like help me remember that, but I might write that down somewhere because I don't like the way it's in here. Just that it's like that. Oh, it's the selenite, the white one. Of course it is. Yeah, it's not the... It's the... Not the Celestine, it's the selenite, which are a bit... You can't blame me that I'm confused between these two. That is almost the same word. I have a feeling. I'm gonna make a wild guess. I think Mel is gonna get the teapot. I think the teapot is gonna be for Mel. I think the candle holder is gonna be for Nisha. And I think the hourglass is gonna be for Jonas. But that is a very wild guess. I'm not as solid about those as I am about the locket for Devin. Like, I was really quite... I really was quite sure of that one. Okay, let's go talk to Mel. Let's learn what she wants. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. Please let me find Mel neither sick nor tired. You walk into Mel's office, but... Huh? Where's Mel? Oh no, did she not recover? She's supposed to be here. Maybe she just stepped out. I can leave the spell on her desk. Boundaries potion. Yeah, I'll just put it right... Ah! And that's when you see her. Mel crouched underneath her desk, muttering something to herself. I did it again. I woke up today and told myself I wouldn't do it, but I still did. Another coven polital ritual? No, I said yes to everyone. I said I wouldn't handle everything, and now here I am, overwhelmed again. I can't get sick, I need to sleep, the festival preparations won't go well if I don't stay well. Can you go back and just tell everyone no? No! Well, I guess I could. Delegation, that's right. I can delegate, or rather re-delegate. But if I feel so worked up, I can't even think about that. What would I even delegate? Where would I start? Someday you'll find Mel in a sane state again. After the festival, probably. Unfortunately, it might be too late to use this boundary spell. You would want to use it before removing your boundaries. Oh no, I messed up your magic again? That's not what I meant. I just have to push through this again, don't I? But I don't want you to help me with that. This is my responsibility, and my responsibility alone. Oh geez, if you let Mel handle this alone, you know it won't end well. At the same time, using more magic will probably backfire like it did previously. What could help Mel? A quick coffee break. But maybe make it decaf. But then we'd also have to go to John's cafe. There's no way he can see her like this. But then what? Wait, the boundary spell. Maybe it's not too late. We can use it to help Mel re-delegate her tasks. But we need to get her into a state where she can think about re-delegating. Is everything alright? You're being quiet. And that's when it hits you. Mel, I have an idea. You do? Can we still use the spell? Not yet, but we're going to do an envisioning exercise. And then, when you feel ready, you can then use the boundary spell. Envisioning? Is that some sort of mental exercise? And that does sound nice, you are right. I like that we're teaching everybody mental exercises that aren't magic. Yep, we're going to envision how you wish things would be. So like envisioning myself redelegating tasks? I kind of want to go more general than that. Let's try envisioning your perfect day. You can try to form a day where redelegating isn't an issue. Having a clear idea of what you want might make it easier to happen. And then the more focused intention will help the boundary spell too. I see. Alright, let's try it. Okay, let's get ourselves into a comfortable seated position. You and Mel take a seat across from each other. Now let's... take a deep breath. You close your eyes. You feel your jaw drop. Then tension in your forehead falls away. Your shoulders hang loosely with your hands on your lap. Your body both feels light yet grounded. Now Mel, we're going to walk through a day in your life, okay? Mel nods her head in agreement. It's morning and you've just woken up. What do you do? Jean's probably already awake. I can smell coffee and some freshly baked scones coming from the kitchen. Oh, that's adorable. I love that drawing. I get up, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then sit with him at the table. We talk about what we're doing that day and say when we expect to get home. Jean heads out before me and I clean up the kitchen before heading to the office. They're good exercises. Wonderful. Now let's... take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension again leaving your body. Great, now tell me about your walk to the office. They do. They have an adorable relationship. It's a beautiful day outside. Most days in Flora are beautiful. Also, I'm loving the cute little drawing art style of like the little going to work. Little Mel's day. It's cute. Kids are playing by the lake. I can hear Jonas and his crew working hard at the festival grounds. I'm glad Jonas moved out here with us. It feels like he's finally found a place he fits in. I look over at your cottage and I'm so happy to see your gardening blooming. Finally, things are feeling right again. Before I know it, I've arrived at the town hall to start my day. Very good. Now let's once again take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension again leaving your body. Now for your workday, how do you imagine that going? This is supposed to be an ideal situation, right? Yep. Well, I walk into the town hall and our secretary immediately greets me. Then I head up to the mayor's office and of course she's already working. We have a quick morning meeting to discuss what needs to be done and the state of things. Then a few other people join us from various committees. Now in an ideal setting, we all figure out the best way to approach the tasks at hand. The mayor's hands are already full, so I agree to be the one to come to if any problems should arise. Everyone walks away from our meeting with a clear list of what's to get done and who's to do it. I have my task, but I'm also available to help if needed. Throughout the day I get asked a few questions and advice on things, but everyone can do their work. And I trust that they can do this work and their own. Things aren't falling apart if I don't know what's happening all the time. Your ideal world equals you not being a control freak. Good. Okay, now for the end of your day. But first, let's take another deep breath. You and Mel take a deep breath. You can feel your breath deep in your lungs. As you exhale, you feel all the tension again leaving your body. The end of the day is simple. I stop by the mayor's office to let her know I'm heading out. Then I meet Jean at his cafe. He gives me whatever he's just baked and a cup of tea. We chit-chat for a little, but he's still working, so I head home. While I wait for Jean, I sit on the couch and do some knitting. Aww. Oh, that is so cute. Then, once he's home, we have a simple dinner, talk a little more, and go to bed. Mel opens her eyes. Not a very exciting ideal day, is it? It doesn't have to be, it's adorable. And seems a lot more relaxed than your days now. Well, that is partly due to the festival, but I do think things could stand to be a bit calmer, and I do believe I have a big part to play in that. There aren't many days left until the festival. Maybe for the rest of the day, I'll make a clear plan for the next few days. And tomorrow, I'll present it to everyone. She is very pretty. Perhaps at this point, it's not worth getting nitpicky about small details. And I'll make sure to use that boundary spell. That way, I'll be sure to delegate, instead of being a control freak. Thank you for recognizing. So you think the envisioning helped? Yeah, I do. It's crazy how easy it is to forget to think and reflect sometimes. I wish I had something that could help give me the time. Oh, she's gonna get the hourglass. Give you the time? Could I make something like that? I guess it's better late than never. But I feel like I've taken up much of your time. I should let you get going. Who gets the teapot then? Does Nisha get the teapot? I'm just glad I could help. I hope your planning goes well. Thanks. Could I make something for Mel that could give her the time? You know, Jemima's shop has that old hourglass. I wonder if I could put something together with that. Okay, we've got Jonas and Nisha left, and somehow neither of these scream either of them. So we'll see. Come on, let's find out what rock Jean needs. You walk up to Jean's cafe and see a closed sign on the door. But the lights are on. That's strange. Maybe I'll take a quick peek to see if Jean is here. You walk back to the kitchen where you hear someone furiously whisking. You pop your head through the door and see Jean standing over a massive bowl of batter. He looks up at you. You look at Jean. Jean nods his head and gives you a thumbs up. You take that as saying everything is fine. Thank you for the release spell and for eating the madeleines out of the trash. It was highly effective, but now I have a lot of batter to make. In very little time. And while I would love to share my delicious baked goods with my favorite witch in training... Okay, maybe that's pushing it, but I need to focus right now. Please come back at a later time. I give a small nod of understanding. You leave the cafe with an empty stomach but a full heart. No snack today! I can't wait to taste even more of the madeleines. I'm so glad Jean's recipe worked out. Ooh, what stone is he getting? Green. Ugh, this feeling again. Jade! Jade! The crystal success and grounding. I could see how that would suit Jean. Yeah, I'll add that to my grimoire. Yeah, there we go. He's got the green. He's gonna get the jade. Nice. Jonas. Teapot or candle holder? What are you getting? You see Jonas and Caesar at the festival grounds and walk over to them. Hey, Aagje. Woof woof. You got that spell I asked for? Let me see. Yep, right here. Forgiveness oil. You hand Jonas the forgive oil. You can tell he's feeling apprehensive about it. You're worried it's going to backfire? No, actually. I'm just afraid it won't work at all. What if my crew doesn't forgive me? Or even worse, what if they forgive me but I lose my temper again? Then it means using this spell is pointless. Eesh, if Jonas is this worried about the spell, it really won't work. Nothing will work with that attitude, so we need to figure something else out, don't we? Am I doomed? No, you're not, buddy. You can tell a massive freak-out meltdown is imminent. Have you seen the eyes? Have you seen the mouth? But you really don't want to try anything that can make it worse. Think, Aagje, think. Huh? What is it, Caesar? Is something wrong? Caesar rolls over on his back. I think he wants pets. I think he definitely wants pets. Jonas starts giving Caesar belly scratches. Yeah, who's a good boy? Caesar looks up at you. I think he wants you to pet him too. Give Caesar belly scratches. He's so soft and fluffy! You and Jonas keep petting Caesar. He seems very, very happy. But you realize you feel very, very happy too. You look at Jonas. He also seems very, very happy. Could it be that Caesar sensed both your stress levels rising? Caesar stands up and does a big shake. I guess he's had his fill. I am feeling more relaxed now. Yeah, me too. Are you ready to get that forgiveness oil shot? I still don't feel ready, to be honest. Obviously, I love petting Caesar, but I feel like I need something I can do to just, I don't know, prepare my brain for this stuff. Cuddling pets is a very good anti-anxiety. Does that make sense? It totally does. Hang on, let me think. You notice your mind feels clearer now after petting Caesar. Maybe that dog is some sort of familiar. Anyway, Jonas needs something to prepare his mind to use magic. But it sounds like he needs something to break his negative thought patterns. You know, he asked you for magical words before. Maybe words are exactly what he needs. Hey Jonas, have you ever heard of affirmations? I feel like I've heard Mel mention those before. She probably has. They're a pretty common tool witches use to give themselves a quick boost. Are they magical? They're more of a focusing tool, I would say. I find them pretty helpful and they're simple if you want to try them out. Nothing weird will happen. Nope. And we'll only start with using a few so you don't get overwhelmed. Alright then, how do we do these affirmations? First we need to identify what exactly is making you feel anxious. Let's start with maybe 3 key things. One is definitely that I'm not working hard enough to overcome my anger. Second one would be, well, that I'm just a bother to other people, like Mel and Jonas and my crew. Third, if I try to talk to people about how I feel, they'll think I'm weak. Are those good? Yep. Let's start with... communication. You're afraid that if you tell people how you're feeling, they'll look down on you. Yeah, like I'd be a terrible leader or that I can't handle anything in general. It catches people off guard that I get overwhelmed and need time to cool down. I like being around people, but sometimes it can get to be too much. But I also know the only way for people to know that is for me to tell them. I like to believe people are more understanding than I sometimes want to give credit, but there's always that fear, you know. I guess if I tell them and they still don't listen, then maybe it's not my problem anymore though? I don't know. Let's try an affirmation saying your wants and needs are valid. You're right that some people will respect that, but others won't. But that doesn't change the validity of your wants and needs. How about we go with something like... I am worthy of being heard, listening is a form of love. I am worthy of being heard, listening is a form of love. Jonas seems taken aback by his own words. You have a good feeling about this affirmation. Yeah, I like that. Next, let's do... working to overcome your anger. Okay, so working to overcome your anger, but it's not just anger, right? No, anger is usually the result when everything gets to be too much. And I am working on that, or at least I have in the past, but I feel like it's not enough. But you're working on it? Yeah, of course. So how about we come up with an affirmation about making progress instead? To help you focus on how you are working on it and making progress. Mel always says progress isn't linear. Maybe she's right. So how about... I'm overcoming my challenges steadily each day. Every day presents a new challenge for growth. My efforts are worthy. I can envision my success. My efforts... I'm overcoming my challenges steadily each day. I really am, aren't I? Yep, see? Just saying it out helps, doesn't it? Affirmations are intense. And lastly, your relationship with friends and family. You are afraid you're too much for people, as if you need too much help. That, and I guess that they constantly have to be worrying about me. Not that it's bad to think about other people at all, but I mean more like they have to manage me. I don't want them to feel that way. Did it make you feel that way when you tried to tell them how you're feeling? Not usually. I mean, there have been people in the past, they were also kind of mean. I feel like you need to believe that other people care about you. And that they're listening to you isn't managing you, but showing that they care about you. Yeah, maybe. So how about... I am loved and valued by my friends and family. People admire and respect me. I am worth it. I recognize my worth. My life is full of love. I am loved and valued by my friends and family. Whoa, saying that out loud feels weird, even though I know it's true. That you just need to practice until it doesn't feel weird. Yeah, you're right. Great, we've got 3 affirmations. Let's go over them one more time. I am overcoming my challenges steadily each day. Now the second one. I am loved and valued by my friends and family. And lastly, I am worthy of being heard. Listening is a form of love. I feel like I can already feel my mindset changing just by saying these 3 affirmations today. Just imagine how they'll make you feel with even more practice. When you feel ready, go ahead and use the forgive oil too if you think you still need the extra push. Thanks a lot, Aagje. I think he's gonna get the candle, because then he can do his affirmations with the candles. You know? There we go. Mel is always burning candles and stuff when she does her thinking stuff. I wonder if she'd let me borrow one when I'm practicing. But maybe I should just focus on these affirmations first. Candles. What, is it a bad idea or something? I got all of them wrong. No, not at all. It just got me thinking, but it's nothing. Well, I should get going. Of course, make sure to let me know how the affirmations go. Will do. A candle. Pretty sure the shop has that old candle holder. I could probably put something together for Jonas using that. You approach the art studio and you hear what you think is Nisha pacing back and forth. If you're not going to let me work, I don't know what to do. I got the one for Devon, yeah. Devon is gonna get the locket. She must be fighting with the Fibbly Nibblies again. I better get in there. You walk into the studio. Ah, yeah, I'm at Wit's End. Do you have that spell I asked for? Let me see. Here it is. Divination oil. Perfect, divination oil. This should let me talk with them, right? Not entirely. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying that again after our last attempt. You do have a close relationship with the Fibbly Nibblies, but that relationship is too strained to confront them directly without an experienced witch. Then what's the point of this oil? I feel like I'm almost there with figuring out this community mural project. Is there any way to figure out what to do without talking directly to the Fibbly Nibblies? Is there a way? Is there a way? Ignore them until they crumble? No, it should be something you have experience in doing. You don't want the Fibbly Nibblies to destroy the studio again. Maybe you could figure out what to do, but not at the studio. Safely away from these spiteful spirits. You did sense Nisha's desire for the divination oil from her letter. Is there a form of divination you could do? That's it! Let's do a tarot reading and see what the cards say. Is this something you can actually do? Of all the forms of divination, it is the one I'm most familiar with, yes. Of course, I'm still learning, but there aren't consequences with tarot reading. Well, at least nothing like spirits wrecking your art studio. Let's try it then. Where do we get a tarot deck though? I have one at my place. We can do it there. Yeah, that's probably best. Who knows what the Fibbly Nibblies would try if we did it here. Let's get going then. You and Nisha make your way to your home. You and Nisha make your way to your home. Whoa, I haven't been here in ages. It still looks the same as I remember it. Yeah, I didn't bother to change anything considering I'm not here for that long. Well, that and I kinda like the place already. I keep my deck on my altar. Let's do the reading there. You and Nisha stand over the altar. First, let's apply this oil. Okay. And then let me shuffle the cards to cleanse them of their old energy. You take the cards in your hand and shuffle them a few times. So, how does this work? First, we need to decide what spread we want. I think a 4-card spread might be best. As I said, I'm still learning, so I'd like to avoid the more complex ones if that's alright. As long as I get answers. I think of it more as guidance than answers. Let's just get started. You draw 4 cards. The first card will tell us the problem we're facing. The second card is the obstacle, the third card is the recommended action to take, and lastly the fourth card shows the outcome. Sounds straightforward enough. Well, we see if that remains true once we flip the cards. Let's see what the first card is. The Magician. Whoa, these cards are beautiful. Did you draw them yourself? No, actually, my gran made this deck for me. They are very pretty. Our family's custom is that the head witch gives a tarot deck to their apprentice once they start training. I feel like I could learn a thing or two from your gran. She's an excellent artist. Anyway, what does this card mean? So this is a magician depicted by a plant called Dittany of Crete. This card symbolizes skill, focused energy, and manifestation. Though we're reading this card for a tricky situation, the card is probably telling us there's a lack of these things. I have skills. I don't think the card necessarily means your artistic skill in this case. Remember, we're asking what to do about the Fibbly Nibbles. I think in this case the card is saying that maybe you and their energies are out of sync. Somehow you aren't communicating effectively, so you can't harness each other's energy. What do you think? I guess it's figuring out how to communicate then, but we tried that and it didn't work. I wouldn't say that was our best attempt though, so the card is telling us there's something more to do there. Maybe we should go ahead and turn in the next card? The devil. Happy. So our obstacle is the devil. Now this one makes perfect sense. Hang on, this card might not mean what you think it does. But it does mean there is some sort of chaos going on in your life. Perhaps some manipulation and confusion. But I remember when my gran talked to me about this card and why she chose the sundew to represent it. And I was like, it's carnivorous, duh. And she said yes, but that was part of it. But when people first started collecting sundews, they thought they were the most darling plants. And then they discovered they were carnivorous. Someone exclaimed that sundews were then vegetable wickedness. And my gran thought that was hysterical. When you're dealing with the devil, sometimes you need just laugh at the absurdity of things. Sometimes by not embracing the chaos, you cause more friction. I've been trying to cut them out of my life more recently. More so than I did when I was younger. Even then, it's not like they didn't cause trouble. I liked the Fibbly Nibblies, but it was exhausting being the weird girl in class. I just wanted to fit in. Did you ever think you were weird? What? No. I always thought I was fine. It was everyone else. I could by myself be with the Fibbly Nibblies. Let's pull the next card. Temperance. So temperance represents the actions you can take. This is interesting. In a good or bad way? Well, it implies something in your life needs healing. And since this reading is regarding the Fibbly Nibbles and what you should do about them, it might be that the two of you need to do some healing work, which is a step beyond communicating. I tried asking them what they wanted before. I feel like that wasn't the right approach. It might be more that both of you want. Temperance usually means something along the lines of cooperation and finding harmony. The other curious thing is temperance is number 14, while the devil is number 15. So if you can heal your relationship, you might find harmony in the chaos. But how do I heal my relationship with them? You said you used to play with them as a kid, right? Yeah. Have you tried that recently? No, I mean, I'm not a kid anymore. So maybe it's not playing with them like when you were a kid, but somehow still including them in your life. You said they were a big source of your creativity, so maybe it's something along the lines of that? Maybe you're right. So what's the outcome? The Empress. Oh, that's pretty. Haha, the outcome is the Empress. What's so funny about that? The Empress is a card of creativity, uncontrolled creativity at that. It's also a card of nurturing. If there was a card to represent you, I think this would be it. The Empress. I think I could work with that. But what could it imply for me and the Fibbly Nibblies? So it sounds like if you're able to find balance with the Fibbly Nibbles, you might become even more creative. What I thought was holding me back all my life might be my way forward? That's what the card seems to say. Of course, this is going to take some work on your end. Yeah, it will. There's not much time either. Maybe this festival piece could be a start of something new with the Fibbly Nibblies. Yeah, maybe it could be. I wish there was some way to at least set us up to work peaceful together. Devin always says you can sort all your problems over a cup of tea. There's the teapot. Tea, huh? That gives you an idea. If only life were that simple. I'm going to head back to the studio. Maybe I can start to refigure things out there. Sounds good. I'm glad the tarot reading seemed to help. I've never done a reading for anyone else before. It was an exciting experience. Here's to both of us learning new things today. I'll get going though. Thanks again for your help, Aagje. You know, Jamina has that old teapot at her store. I wonder if I could make something with that. Nisha might not realize it, but Devin is onto something. Nisha and Devin are a cute ship, definitely. Let's go talk to Devin. Find out what their stone is going to be. I wonder how Devin's meeting with Ruth and Mel went yesterday. They seemed confident enough. You knock on the music studio door. Aagje, I'm so glad you're here. Whoa, did I do something? Yes, you helped me big time. The countdown meditation, along with the confidence spell, really worked. Ruth and Mel loved the song I composed. Really? That's great to hear. Though I wouldn't give myself too much credit. You're the one who wrote the song after all. Yeah, but without your help, I would have been too nervous about playing it properly, you know? Oh, Devin. What are friends for? Yeah, the power of friendship. I don't know what I would have done without you. Or what I'm going to do without you. Aww. Oh, they're gonna ask us to stay, right? Right? Devin, Aagje, You go first. No, you. It's just these past weeks have been really great, even with all their ups and downs. I was about to say the same thing. But let's not focus on the sad stuff yet. We've still got a few days, and then there's the festival. What's left for you to do before the festival? Now that the song got approved, the musicians need to practice it. I don't think that'll be too hard though, they all seem pretty skilled. I also offered to help finalize the lineup and run the stage for the festival. Whoa! You're gonna run the whole show? Devin, sovereign of the stage. Oh geez, that's too much. Besides, it's really about the musicians and Flora. I'm pretty excited though, it feels really great to bring all the musicians together. I think we're really going to capture the spirit of Flora with our music. Together? It's really great seeing you this excited. Well, we'll see how I feel the day off. I think you're going to be just fine. As an artist, it feels like I should want to be the center of attention. And there's an expectation that I should constantly be putting myself out there. But it's so exhausting, and then I spend all my time stressing out about. I could be working on composing or collaborating with other musicians instead, you know? I don't get why making art never actually feels like it's about making art. Does that make sense? I think so. Basically, you want to make music without all the other stuff. I just want to study witchcraft without all my family expectations. Those expectations are made up anyway, and for some reason they all just seem to accept it. None of them seem happy about it either. Yeah, that's it exactly. I was kind of amazed when I was honest with everyone at the full moon ritual. Everyone was just alright with it. I've never had that happen before. Usually I get told if I don't do things exactly this way, then I'll never make it. But you know what? I think that's nonsense. Agreed. Yeah. Let's burn it down. I don't think you need to get in any more trouble right now. You're probably right. We probably need to at least get through the festival first. I should probably be getting back to the music too. Still got lots to do and only a few days left. Yep, let's do our best. What are we getting? What are we getting? Ooh, purple, pinky. Amethyst. That'd be perfect for Devin's locket. Amethyst has protective qualities and helps quiet the mind. So if they don't have time for a countdown meditation, the amethyst could help instead. Let me write this down in my grimoire. Ooh, the grimoire's getting nice and full. We still haven't got this one yet. Whatever it's gonna be. We must get that from Ramsey tomorrow morning. Wait, didn't I already give you a treat? You sneaky bird. You can't fool me. We're gonna go to bed. Ah, we are friends with Ruth. I completed all of Ruth's friends events. I love that. We are friendos with Ruth. Hey Ramsey, I want to talk a little bit more about the idea I mentioned yesterday. You know how I've had those strange feelings after talking to folks, just sensing colors and stuff? Well, I was thinking about crafting some enchanted items, incorporating what I've been sensing. You know, to help them even after we've left. Do you think that's a good idea? What? That's what good witches do, right? I'm not trying to assert my magic skills at all. I just want to help, for real. Aw, we're learning. Yeah, I've already got some idea on what to craft. I think I've been thinking about it for a while now, but only just realized it. But I wanted to see if it was actually a good idea first. Thanks, Ramsey. Let's enchant some items. Time to write these ideas down in my grimoire. Let's go to the garden. Just for a daily routine. We don't have any magic for people. As in there's no request, so we're just gonna go talk to the last people to figure out the last stones. And then see and figure out how we can magic some items. The daily gardening routine. I think this one is my favorite. It's the easiest one to do. There's nothing on top of each other. All of them watered. Okay. Wait, no. Never mind. Now all of them are watered. I like how that's the one I said it is also the one I've messed up on. Okay, I don't know yet how I'm supposed to make those. Okay. Go to the hand section. Is this where we're gonna do the enchanting? I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Let's go talk. Oh, everybody wants to chat. You woke up to Ruth's offer and knock on the door. Ah, yeah, hello. Sorry, I'm about to head to a last-minute meeting. Is everything alright? Yeah. But I'll come back later. Mel, yeah. Time to check on Mel. I know I've said this before, but please let her be okay. You walk up to Mel's office. You see her sitting at her desk. She actually does seem... Ah, yeah, good to see you. Whoa, this might be the first time I've seen you not freaking out, exhausted, sick, or hiding. Yeah, maybe... Yeah, you might be right about that. Sorry, was that rude? No, it's true. But I think that's thanks to the visualization exercise we did, and the boundaries charm. Oh, did you use it? Mm-hmm. After you left, I actually went through the visualization exercise again. Then this morning, I held a meeting with a finalized plan and redelegated some tasks. Honestly, I was still worried about people thinking I was lazy or avoiding work by delegating, but I held strong. And no one seemed angry. I think they appreciated that I had a much clearer vision of how things should run. Which I guess isn't surprising, but still. Though I do have a question for you. Huh? Sure. Did you really write all those rituals for Cosmopolitan? Oh. There are technically other contributors, but the rituals you specifically mentioned, yes. It's not that I'm mad. Well, I am a little. But I just feel so silly for falling for it. You really shouldn't. Yes, I should, because you're right about magic. I was just looking for a quick fix or something to help me cope. I didn't want to take the time to actually deal with what was wrong. I don't think you're being entirely fair to yourself. I did partly write the rituals to make fun of people, which isn't nice. No, of course, but I do feel like I hold some responsibility for my actions. I love this village, Jean and Jonas. I want nothing more than to see them succeed. But I can't forget about myself and my well-being. I want to be successful too, which is why I think I might try to find a teacher after festivals. Not what I want to be a full-fledged witch like you. But you've inspired me to find someone to guide me on my practice, so that when I feel like I'm getting lost, I know how to refocus. Especially if I am to become mayor. What do you think? I've never inspired anyone before, but I think that's a really great idea. It's a shame you're only here for 2 weeks. Maybe once you're done with your training, you should come. You see Mel take a quick look at the clock. My next meeting! I'm so sorry, Achie, but I've got to run. Everybody's gonna hint at us staying, aren't they? Some things never change. I suppose they don't, but I'll see you later, okay? Yep, bye! Okay, what are we getting? What are we getting? Pink? This feeling. Is this rose quartz? Is that the crystal? It is the crystal of love, both for yourself and others. That would work perfectly for Mel's hourglass. Let me jot that down in my grimoire. Do we have the rose quartz yet? Yeah, that was the first one we got. Okay, let's go talk to Jonas and Nisha. I feel like all the other ones are gonna be... Walk up to the cafe, it still says closed but the lights are on, so you know Jean is inside. Is he still making batter? You walk to the kitchen and yes, you do indeed hear Jean making even more batter. I suppose the more madeleines the merrier. You poke your head through the kitchen door. Jean looks up at you and gives you another thumbs up. Not bad and come back later. No snacks today. Only work. What? Please leave. Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. What stone do you want, Jonas? I've got 2 more, and I don't remember which ones they are. One of them I've not found yet either. Or I should talk to Ramsey. You approach the festival grounds, everything seems to be running smoothly. I wonder how the affirmation for GIF oil combo worked out for Jonas. You spot Jonas and Caesar over by the stage. Hey Achie. What's up? Again, no snacks. But for good reason, we're getting madeleines. I was just stopping by to ask how yesterday went. Oh, let's take a seat over here. You and Jonas walk over to a bench and sit. Things seem to be going pretty well around here. Yeah, for sure. I was worried for a moment, to be honest. We were still getting stuff done after my freak out, but it was just awkward. Jonas grows serious. Thank you. Huh? I mean, sure, but why? For the spell, duh. Oh, right, of course. Isn't that why you came here to begin with, to see how it worked? I guess you're right. I've had a lot of people give up on me in the past. But you worked with me on those affirmations, and I practiced those affirmations as you told me to do. When I felt ready, I used the oil and called the meeting. I was really nervous and all, but when I explained everything, no one was mad. Like, at me. The crew could tell something was up after that day, but they didn't want to bring it up until I seemed ready. Obviously, I apologized, but because lashing out like I did, it's never okay. But then I explained needing space and getting overwhelmed, especially when I'm uncomfortable, and we all agreed to communicate better about our needs and keep an eye out for each other. It was the first time I've experienced something like this, people actually listening. Other than Jean and Mel, of course. One of my crew members mentioned she was also feeling on edge too, because of the festival and the pressure for it to do well, and then everyone else started talking about it too. Before I knew it, we were all talking about how much we wanted the Floralia festival to succeed. That word keeps being a trip up for me. And how we all want to do our best. I've never rallied people like that before. It felt almost cleansing. Wait, did you accidentally give me a cleansing spell? Those are things, right? No, I didn't, but I am really proud of you. Thanks. But to be honest, I couldn't have done it without you. My magic only does half the work. But that's still half. It feels like so much has happened over the past 2 weeks. Even if the festival ends up not meeting expectations, a lot has changed for the better because of you. I know I've been better since meeting you. You're definitely becoming a better leader. We still have to see if I've become a better witch. All that's left is the festival. I keep thinking there's more, but there isn't. There's what comes after the festival. Well, yeah, but I don't really want to think about that. Since you'll be... We are hugging him. Oh, we're getting... This is the hugging stream. Everybody gets hugs. You both stand in silence for a little while. I guess I should get back to work now. Don't want all your magic to go to waste. I should get going too. See you later? Yep. Bye. Ooh, blue, purple. What was that? Huh? What's this? Celestine? Is this the last ingredient for Jones's candle holder? That's the other one. I guess that makes sense. It's calming, provides clarity, and aids in communication. Yeah, I think that'd be a perfect addition. Let me write that in my grimoire. And then we need to talk to Nisha. You walk up to the studio and knock on the door. I wonder if the tarot reading helped Nisha at all. Come in. You look around the studio. It looks like chaos, but not like fibbly-nibbly chaos. You seem like you're in a good mood? Yeah. I've been figuring out that community mural idea I pitched at the full moon ritual. I think it'd be really great to have everyone in the village add something to the wall. Something to remind us that we're a community, even when there isn't a festival. What do you think? I've never coordinated a community event before. A big bold mural is perfect. Flora of this region, domain, county? I don't know about that, but it'll certainly be impressive. I'll make sure of that. Of course, I'll still have to manage it, and make sure no one draws anything inappropriate. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what supplies I need. And if I need anything, Mel wants to order in by the end of today. That's why the studio looks like such a mess. Makes sense. And how are other things going? You mean with the... Yeah. Let's take a quick walk to the beach. Are you sure you have the time? Well, not really, but our beach talks might be coming to an end soon, so... Aw, let's head out then. You and Nisha walk towards the beach for maybe the last... It's best not to think about it. You... Shout, race you. You take off running. Not so fast! Nisha runs after you. When you get to the beach, both of you are out of breath. I won! No, I did! Honestly, I don't really care. I just need to sit down and catch my breath. Me too. You and Nisha sit on some rocks. So... The Fibbly Nibblies have been oddly quiet. I've been trying to talk to them. Not using magic or anything, more just thinking aloud so they can chime in if they want. Who knows, maybe after the last blow-up they exhaust themselves too. They could also be feeling guilty for the mess. That would be a first. Though you could be right, but I need them to respond to me if we're going to fix our relationship. but it feels great being disenergized about art again. I wish I felt this way all the time. Don't we all? Right? Sometimes I wonder if it's worth turning your passion into work. The highs are so high, but the lows leave you completely burnt out. And then add spiteful spirits on top of it. That's not actually entirely fair. When I got home, I went instantly into push away mode, which is why they acted poorly. It's hard to figure out the right thing to do when we're exhausted. At least the festival's almost here. Yeah, that'll be a lot of my minds for sure. These talks have been super helpful over these past few weeks too. I'm going to miss them. Me too. But we can't get depressed before the festival, right? Right. Nisha stands up proudly and looks out towards the ocean. This festival is going to be a huge success. The Fibbly Nibblies and I are going to be friends again. Gran is going to travel the world finally. And Agi will become the most powerful Von Teasel there ever was. I don't know about the last one, but I'll hopefully at least complete my training. I think I'm going to cut this beach chat a little short. I don't want my creative energy to go to waste. Neither do I. Good luck with the final preparations. Bye. You look out at the ocean. Our final beach chat, huh? Whatever this feeling is that I'm feeling right now, I'm not liking it very much. Me neither. It's been nice getting to know Nisha these past few weeks. I wish there was something I could add to her teapot to help her. What are we getting? What are we getting? That's it. The citrine Ramsey gave me. Orange citrine helps with both clarity and manifestation. Yes, that'll be perfect. Let me jot that down in my grimoire. We're going home. We're going home. We're going home. Gotta talk to him. Has he given it yet? Huh? This is the last crystal? One crowd treat crumb me up. Yes, I promise to still give you treats even if you don't give me crystals in return. There we go. Citrine. Wow, this one is gorgeous too. Orange is such an energizing color, don't you think? Thanks for finding all these crystals for me, Ramsey. They'll be good souvenirs. I collected all the crystals. Now how do we make all of these? There we go! Orders. Okay. Enchanting items. Enchanting items are similar to crafting spells. If you have the item to enchant, it'll appear on the altar once you click the character's portrait in the grimoire. You should also see the ingredient symbol in the recipe box. Use these symbols to identify which ingredients you need, but there's one special ingredient. The crystal. Click on the gold bowl to cycle through the crystal in your inventory. The correct one should match the color of the icon. Oh my god. Okay. So, we're gonna need a white for chamomile, the dark for geranium, and then the calendula, and then that one, I think. The amethyst. Yeah, the amethyst. Okay. We've made one enchanted locket. I'm gonna continue crafting, and then I think I'm gonna end the stream there, because then we're at 2 hours, and then next time we can go into the actual giving everybody their enchanted, well, giving the first 3 people their enchanted things. A journal with jade. Yes, he needed a jade. And then we need lavender, yarrow, and calendula. Oh, that's so pretty. And then the last one for Ruth. We need to get the white one here, which is the selenite. Yes, the selenite. And then we need rose and Allium, and Yarrow. And that's why we need to go back to them now. I do think that this is the perfect place to finish. I don't know how to save this game though. Oh, there's the standard saving. Okay. On that note, that is a nice place to end. We are almost done. Next stream, which will be next week on Monday, I think. Let me check to be sure. I will probably... Yeah, next week on Monday, same time, I will be finishing this story, giving everybody their enchanted and having the festival happen. Probably, is what I'm expecting the next stream to be. I will also, after the success that is yesterday's Ace Attorney stream, be finishing the Ace Attorney, first Ace Attorney game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, on the... God, I should have prepared this better. On the 10th of September. So if you want to follow that, I hope to see you then. But if you want to follow this game, Monday, next week, I will probably be finishing it. I am thinking of having then a look at some walkthroughs, because there's definitely some decisions I've made that could be different, like the fact that I've only flirted with Jonas once I figured out that that was the flirting mechanic. So I will then probably have a look through some walkthroughs, because I don't want to do it now because of spoilers, and see if there's another one like I did with Strange Horticulture, if there's another path that could be interesting. But my first playthrough, my blind playthrough, will probably end next week on Monday. So I hope to see you then. So, bye bye.